Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the mystery machine from the cartoon Scooby-Doo. Of course, you guys know what this is, this iconic van. I've been getting loads and loads of requests to make this recently, so I'm very happy to deliver. I'm very happy to have made this. Here it is from all of the different angles that you might possibly want to view it from. And just to let you guys know, by the way, not only is this kind of like a van statue, but it is also a house. If you come to the back here, you might have just seen it in the previews, you can open up this door at the back, and inside you've got plenty of room for a bed, crafting tables and stuff. So if you wanted a sneaky cheeky little base, then this can also function very well as that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. If you do, please do remember to smack that like button. It really helps me out, guys. It honestly does. And if you do like the video, please do comment down below and suggest another cartoon related build that you'd like to see in the future. That's how I make all of these things, guys, through your suggestions. That's the only reason why I've made this, other than the fact that it's pretty awesome as well. So without any further ado, why don't I actually show you how to make this thing? It is really quite easy. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some stone slab, some block of iron, and by the way, all of these materials, there is a lot of concrete involved. If you like, you can easily substitute these for wool instead, just in case you don't have concrete, but it does look better with the concrete, but it still also looks good with the wool. Anyway, also grab red concrete, light blue concrete, lime concrete, orange concrete, black concrete, orange terracotta, some black stained glass pane. We'll also need some item frames, red wool, light grey carpet, white stained glass pane, buttons, and some oak doors, and that should be all that we'll be needing once you have each one of these and once you've figured out where you want to make it. And by the way, this little van here will fit into a 5 block, that is 5 blocks like coming across the front of the van, by a 16 block area that is like going towards the back of the van. If you like, you can plant this very same rectangular shape in your world to help you plan out the build, and if you do, you want to start on the very front bottom left hand corner of your build. So you're going to want to start on this very front bottom left hand corner right here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, on top of this corner block, you want to place a stone slab. You actually want to place 2 to make like a stone slab block. Go right to that stone slab, the top one, by 1. Then place 2 black concrete going right. 1, 2. Then place a row of 8 stone slab going back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then place 2 black concrete, 1, 2, and then 2 stone slab, 1, 2. Then coming across the back of the build, we want to do 4 stone slab, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then coming towards the front of the build, we want to place a stone slab, then 2 black concrete, 1, 2. Then 8 stone slab, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 2 black concrete, 1, 2. 2 stone slab, 1, 2. Connect that to the front. Destroy the solid block that we created and replace it with a simple stone slab, but you'll end up with this. What we're now going to do is simply just fill this in with stone slab. We're going to fill it in with stone slab just in case we do want to turn it into a little bit of a house later. It's not necessary, by the way. If you don't want to make this into a house, don't bother filling the bottom in, but we'll end up with this nice little platform. So we're now going to come to the very front of the van, and we're going to start on the very front left-hand corner of the van, and we're going to place a block of iron on top of it. We're then going to go right at the iron by 3 with the blue. 1, 2, 3. Place an iron on top of the next row. For the next row, place an entire row of lime concrete. For the next row, going from left to right, place a blue concrete. 3 lime, 1, 2, 3. Then 1 light blue. Then place a row of black stained glass pane directly on top of that, like so. Take the very center block in the front of the van, basically like this middle block in this row of green, and you want to place an green concrete coming out from that block. You then, I got a bit ahead of myself, want to place an orange concrete below, to the left, to the right, and above the actual concrete that you just placed. That is like the big spare wheel in front of the van, or at least I'm pretty sure that's where it is. It looks like a big flower. Once you've got that sorted out, we now want to place a row of light blue concrete directly on top of the row of glass that we've just made, like this. We then want to, coming behind the end row of concrete, so the blue concrete this right-hand concrete going behind towards the back of the build, we want to place a row of 4 blue concrete going right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to place an orange concrete, followed by an orange terracotta, an orange concrete, then 4 lime concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, then an orange concrete, lime concrete, 2 light blue concrete, 1, 2, like that. We're then going to come all the way to the front of the build again, and we're going to start on top of the blue concrete block that we just placed coming back, so this one right here, and we want to place a row of 4 blue concrete coming back on top of this block, so that'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to place a lime concrete, orange concrete, 2 light blue concrete, 1, 2, 2 lime, 1, 2, then 4 light blue concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to end up with this sort of shape on the side of the van. We then want to, starting still on the same side of the van, we want to begin going right of this block of iron, right at the bottom left hand side here. From this row of block of iron, or from the single block, we want to go right of this and we want to place a light blue concrete, then 2 black concrete, 1, 2, then 1 light blue, 6 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to place 1 light blue, 2 black, 1, 2, 1 lime, then a red concrete. For the next row, going from left to right, we want to start all the way back at the front again. We want to place a row of 5 lime concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 4 light blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want to make the rest of the row lime, coming all the way back. Then for the next row, once again left to right, we want to place a light blue concrete, followed by an orange concrete. We then want to place 9 light blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to place ourselves an orange concrete, and then 3 light blue, 1, 2, 3. Come all the way to the front again, this is the last row guys. We want to place ourselves, first of all, we want to place ourselves 2 black stained glass pane, 1, 2, followed by 1 light blue concrete, 2 lime, 1, 2, 1 orange, 4 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 orange terracotta, 1 orange concrete, 1 lime, and then 1 light blue. So we want to have something which should look exactly like this. Perfecto! Once you've done that on this side, we want to come all the way over to the opposite side, literally the opposite side of the van, right? And we want to do exactly the same on this side of the van. I know, it's the same thing, it's so easy, because all we have to do is literally just look forward, right? And we just have to copy what we did on that side of the van, directly onto this side of the van. It requires no instructions, no sort of thinking or anything, just mindlessly place the blocks in the same position that you did on the opposite side. I kind of like to think of it as I'm pretending to like be a typewriter or something, like I'm just like typing something out, I get all the way over to the end and then ching, and then I start to go onto the other side. Well, that was incredibly distracting. I don't know whether you guys heard that or not, but that was my phone. I kind of lost whatever I was saying, but the point is, I'm sure that all you have to do is very, very simply look at the opposite side of the van and copy it over. It's really that easy. And once we've done this side, by the way guys, once we have done this particular side of the van, then we're going to move our way over onto the back of the van, and we can do all of the details associated with the back of the van, and there aren't too many. So this is this side of the van. It should look identical to the opposite side of the van. It looks very good if you ask me. And once that is taken care of, we can now work our way to the back of the van. So what are we going to be doing here? First of all, we're going to be doing this. So I'm going to grab myself an oak door. I'm going to plant it right in the back center of the van. I'm going to place a row of 2 lime concrete left and right of the door. I'm then going to do 2 rows of black concrete above the door. 1 row and 2 rows. Then a row of light blue concrete, like this. I'm then going to completely seal up the top of the van with blue concrete. I know, it's so easy. And once the top of the van has been sealed up with blue concrete, we're going to grab ourselves the light grey carpet, and on the top of the van, we want to, on the left hand side and the right hand side of the van, we want to do it on both. We want to leave a gap of 2 right, on the front of the van. So these 2 rows we want to leave alone. But on this 3rd row, we want to place a row of light grey carpet coming across the top of the van. So that's on the front and on the back as well. We've got 1 row, 2 row, and on this 3rd row, we want to place a row of light grey carpet. The van itself has like roof racks that you'd like attach stuff to. That's what the light grey carpet is. You can even use, if you like, some stone slab. I prefer the carpet. So once you've got that sorted out, we just have to add a few minor details to the van, but we are just about done. So we're going to grab ourselves the item frames, some red wool, white stained glass block, and some buttons. It's actually white stained glass pane, not glass block. So, on the front of the van, where we have the headlights, the iron blocks, we're going to place item frames in front of the iron with white stained glass pane in front of them. I think that makes it look ever so slightly more like headlights. I like it. Directly underneath the windows at the front of the van, where we have the orange concrete, almost forgot what it was called, we want to place a button. These are the hand releases for the door. You want to place it on the left and the right. As we come to the back of the van, where we have like the tail lights or like the rear lights, whatever you want to call them, doesn't really matter. We're going to place item frames behind them with red wool inside of them, and those are like brake lights. That's the word that I'm looking for. Anyway, so we have some brake lights all the way up at the back of the van, and that is pretty much all of the detail that you'll need to place in the van. The only thing that you might want to do that I kind of like the look of, by the way, inside where you have the window at the front, I like to black it out using black concrete because I think that it makes it look a little bit cooler from the outside. I like the look of it. I like the fact that it's a little bit more mysterious. It is the mystery machine after all. It's in the name. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much. I don't think that there's anything else to be said about this. I mean, this entire space on the inside, you can see it's actually a little bit bigger than the one that I showed you at the start of the video. That can be used for a house or storage or whatever. Maybe you could create like a cool jump scare or something. How ironic would that be? A jump scare in the mystery machine. But that's pretty much everything, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to smack that like button. It really helps me out no end. It honestly does. I hope that you guys like this. It was really difficult to make and design because really, honestly, like, it's such a small build. It's supposed to be such a small thing, like it's just a van. It's not supposed to be like the size of a house. I had to really compromise with having to add detail and making it smaller. I found it really hard. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please do remember to leave that like. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button. That's very, very important. And if you do that, please do also comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next, especially if it's cartoon related. It doesn't have to be cartoon related, by the way, but if it is, it's a bonus. I love the cartoon related builds. They're some of my favorite things to make. You might even be able to see some over there in the background. I mean, this is like cartoon corner in my world. And speaking of all of my other builds, if you want to check out my builds, check out the card system and the description below. As you can see, Cartoon Corner is actually getting really, really big. We've made like over 12 cartoon related builds now, and all of these are really, really awesome builds. They all very much resemble all of the shows and stuff that they're supposed to be from. Check it out. Card system description below. It's the Cartoon House playlist. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Don't get too spooked, and I'll see you in the next video.